Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a new story time video. I asked you guys in my last story time what one you wanted to see next, and the one that got the most votes was the story time about the time when I spit in a kid's face. So that's what I'm going to be telling today, is that fun, awesome, amazing story. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So basically this whole story happened back when I was in, oh my gosh, was that kindergarten or first grade? I can't remember. It was either kindergarten or first grade. I was going to school in Rockford. Shout out to anyone who's from Rockford, Michigan. Hey girl. So that's basically where I spent the beginning of my childhood, was in Rockford, because that's where my mom lived, that's where my mom worked, so we had a house out there, and my school was maybe about a 5-minute drive, so it was super convenient. It was just a really small neighborhood that I lived in, right on the lake, right by the Bostwick Inn. That's basically where I was like mostly located, was like right in that area. So I did go to Lakes Elementary School, so shout out to anyone who went to that school. And around that time, my parents were never married. My parents were never my parents never lived together, so at the time I was spending weekends with my dad, and during the school year and during the week I was with my mom. So basically my mom was like the strict parent, and my dad was like the let's go to his house and have fun parent. Like we would go sledding, we would go to the beach, Michigan's Adventure, you know, all that fun stuff I did with my dad. So one weekend I went to my dad's and we wanted to watch a movie, and you know, my dad, he didn't really have like a lot of kids movies there at the time, so you know, we had, and that's basically how like my obsession with like horror movies began, was at my dad's house, because like the very first horror movie I ever saw as a child was The Exorcist with Linda Blair. So yeah, that's basically how it all started, was my dad had a lot of those movies and that's what we would watch. Anyway, so this one weekend me and my sister really wanted to watch a movie, and my dad didn't really have anything, and he had the movie Titanic. Now, if you guys have ever seen the Titanic, then you kind of know where the story time is going, because towards the end of the movie, Rose spits in her fiance's face. So yeah, anyway, so me and my sister wanted to watch it. We've never seen it. And this is back in the day when we had a VHS player. Like, I don't even know if they even sell those anymore. I think you can find them in like antique stores now, which is crazy. But yeah, so that was when we had like the 2 tapes, and you had to rewind them and then start the next tape. It was just a really long process, but that's what my dad had, and that's what my sister and me wanted to watch. So he put it in, we watched the movie. We absolutely loved it. I remember after seeing it for the first time, me and my sister watched it like again and again and again, and I remember like me and my sister would play dress up, where we would dress really fancy in like our hats and our little dresses and all that good stuff, and my dad would play like the waiter, where he would bring us like our lunch. It was just really fun as a child to kind of like do things like that. I don't know, but that's what me and my sister did a lot. So basically, I always remembered the scene where Rose spit in her fiance's face. I don't know why. That's just one of the big scenes that always kind of stuck out to me for some reason. So I don't know. I just always constantly think about that one scene. So anyway, come Monday, it was obviously time to go back to my mom's house, where we had to get ready to start the new school week, things like that. And I had this one kid at school in my class who always picked on me, always bugged me, and I don't know if he liked me or not, because you know how they always say like, oh, if he picks on you, that means he likes you, you know, all that kind of weird stuff. But so yeah, I don't really know. All I remember is that he would always pick on me. He was always very kind of like, I don't know, just very kind of obnoxious. So I remember one time the bell rang to go out for recess. So me and a bunch of my classmates all went out for recess, where we would swing, monkey bars, you know, all that jazz. Funny story is, if you guys remember the story time about how I pissed my pants in front of my crush, I also pissed my pants on that playground, and this one I blame my mom for, because when I was a kid, my mom would always dress me in like overalls. So one time I had to pee really bad, so I decided to wait till recess, and I used the bathroom, and I couldn't get the freaking overalls undone, so I ended up peeing my pants one time at recess. Unrelated to the story, but I just thought I would share that little snippet from my childhood days. I peed my pants a lot when I was a kid. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about that. Like, I spent a lot of time pissing myself. Anyway, so this one time at recess, you know, I was having a good time. I was minding my own business, and this kid just would not leave me alone. He would throw wood chips at me. Like, he was just a fucking dick. So then the bell rang to come back inside for recess, and you know how everyone's homeroom kind of all lines up in a line, and they do like a head check to make sure everyone's there. you know, yada yada, whatever. I don't know if just like my school did that or like other schools do that, but yeah, that's what we always did. So we always had like a 5 to 10 minute time where we were just standing in line. And just my luck, this kid was standing right behind me the whole entire time. And I was like, oh my fucking God, like this is gonna be a long wait. And one time I was just sitting there and I was just super annoyed. Like he was playing with my hair, he was picking at my outfit. Like I was just standing there like this, like so mad, so angry, because if any of you know me personally, you know that I have the temper of a goddamn, I don't even know what I'm trying to compare myself to, but I have a bad temper. Littlest things set me off. I take everything personally. I'm a very sensitive person, and literally you could breathe the wrong way and I would get pissed off. Like that's just how I am. So even as a kid, so I was just standing there and I could just I could just feel my temper getting worse and worse. And I remembered that one scene in Titanic, and I said, you know what? This would be the perfect time to kind of test that out in real life. So what does little Bree do? Little first grade Bree in her little overall dress with Big Bird on the front. What do I decide to do? I decide to turn around, look this kid in his face, and I go, and I spit. I literally spit with everything that I had in my mouth. I spit it all over this kid's face. I was so pissed off that I decided that the best thing to do would be to spit in this kid's face, just like how Rose did in the movie Titanic. And it was a lot of spit. Like I was actually pretty impressed with myself. I was like, damn girl, like you can spit. So yeah, I spit in this kid's face and instantly he was offended. He was obviously, I mean, who wouldn't be offended if you just spit in someone's face? You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna happen. And instantly I felt regret. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I just spit in this kid's face. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? And that's another thing that kind of goes along with my temper and my anger is when I get really frustrated or I get really angry, I start crying. Like it's almost instantaneously. Like when I start to get frustrated, I start crying, which gets me more frustrated because I don't want to cry, but I just keep crying and I just keep getting more frustrated. So I started kind of like getting to that point where I was like kind of crying, and we all went back into our homerooms. And I don't remember what we did after that, but we were all just kind of hanging out, and I was sitting at my little desk and I saw the teachers talking with this kid who I just spit in his face. They were all three talking and he was crying, and he starts like crying, going like this, and then he points at me and I was like, fuck, oh my God, my mom's going to fucking kill me. I just spit in this kid's face, like I'm gonna be in so much trouble. And I remember my first instinct was to get underneath my desk and hide from the teachers so they couldn't find me. Like I thought I was like super fucking clever. And they ended up finding me, and I honestly cannot remember if I got in trouble or not. I honestly think what ended up happening is they ended up putting him in a different homeroom from me, so we didn't ever have like, you know, the class together or recess together or anything like that. So I think he was just put in a different class. I can't remember if they called my mom or not. It honestly escapes me. Like I don't know if I got in trouble or not, but I just remember spitting in this kid's face, and it was a good time. Do I regret it to this day? No, because he never ended up bothering me ever again, so it actually worked out pretty good. So, I mean, hey, if you ever are getting annoyed by someone, just spit in their fucking face and they'll go away. I'm just kidding, don't fucking do that. So yeah, that's basically what ended up happening. I wish I could tell you guys like if I got in trouble or not, but I really don't remember that part at all. So I would call and ask my mom, but she's not home and I don't want to bug her, because if you bug my mom, that's just like a whole other situation. But yeah, I just really wanted to share this story time with you guys. I know it probably wasn't super exciting. Like I know other YouTubers on here have like these near-death experiences, whereas mine is just like, I spit in a kid's face when I was in elementary school. Like, cool. So yeah, that's everything that I have for this story time. My next story time that I have planned to film for you guys was about the time where my mom sent me away for 2 weeks at this kind of place, institution, whatever you want to call it. So make sure you stay tuned for that story time. I don't know when it'll be up, probably maybe a week or two after this one goes up. So just make sure you stay subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future story times. Make sure you turn on that little notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's everything that I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up, go down and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys.